Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good morning. I have this immense pleasure to be speaking about my career, my life, my upbringing, my start and foundations of where I stand today. I thank White Page Conclave for inviting me and allowing me to showcase my lifestyle or what I do, which I call it actually a routine as a physician. My today's challenge is actually, what I'll be speaking about is facing the challenge or challenges passionately. And my today's challenge would start from you all. So, the beginnings of my baby foot is from my foundation, my family, Kazim's family. Kazim's family are known to be the first physicians of United Arab Emirates. I have my uncle, my late uncle, Allah yarhamah, Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Kazim, who was the first surgeon of UAE. I have my beloved aunt, Dr. Zainab Kazim, who is the first obstetrician and gynecologist of United Arab Emirates. In one of the pictures, my mother is there. She is the first director. She was director of nursing and preventive medicine in Ministry of Health. So I would remember sitting in a family get-together, and they would speak about how we are trying to go for Bourn. I remember particularly when the news came out and Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamah, was looking at the project of the launch to Bourn or going to space. And years later, understanding that picture, and by the time I understood that picture, there was dialogue going on in my family. They would debate about how we are going to do this, how we are going to align with the other countries to do this, and what will we be doing the first things as physicians on the Bourn. And we would have that imaginative family, that how to take the practice of medicine into the sky. Of course, we have our roots and foundations from the leaders of United Arab Emirates. Just look around you. Wherever you would look, there is, let's say, from our terms, it's a continuous medical education or continuous education going on. You see the exhibitions, all the conferences that are happening, and it is supported by our government's initiatives. This itself is eye-opener. You have an open book to learn from. Today, I'm standing in a place where I look around, I cannot see that I do not know about this disciplinary or this specialty, because the whole of UAE is about knowledge, showcasing what we have, what we can do, what we are going to do, what we are going to acquire. All these things are very enriching your knowledges and your experience. Of course, the learning comes from variety of angles. Those angles are literally, you would say, north, south, and east, west of the globe. I was working as an intern and GP in OB-GYN in Mafraq Hospital in 1999 and 2000. I had the privilege to attend the 10 years anniversary of the One Fertility Center in Al-Ain, which is the first IVF center of UAE. And when I attended that event, I realized this is what I want. I want to understand this more, and I want to proceed. I want reproductive medicine. I want to understand more about human creation. And this is where I took my right foot forward to University of Edinburgh for my master's, and then to continue on to my PhD in reproductive endocrinology and reproductive health. It's the same center in University of Edinburgh where Dolly the sheep was cloned at that time. So I was tutored and mentored by the best of that particular field. Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful to say that that was another enriching experience. To come out of, while I'm doing my master's and eventually my PhD, for years and years, I had obstacles. Certain obstacles were mostly how to get my hands onto an antibody that I'm doing my study on a hormone, early pregnancy hormone. And for that, I had to travel to Netherlands, I had to travel to Helsinki, and liaise in people in Minnesota, in the United States, to get my project completed. But then again, that was not possible alone. It was all about just speaking to my leaders that I want to do this across this country, I want to do this. And somehow these things were done. But for me today, to talk about these achievements, it's not highlighting Dr. Nahla Kazim's name. It's highlighting how the field of reproductive medicine and reproductive health took me onto a unique path that links me to you all. So I feel happy when I speak about reproductive health that we all relate to. So, knowing the technologies, my passion to integrate latest technologies in the planning for the treatment of infertile couple or for fertility preservation, that passion is from childhood. My late father, Allah yarhamah, used to buy a mechanical penguin, and then we would put our walkie-talkies on each penguins, and this is how we would make, for that time, I'm talking about early 80s, making our own robotics. It's like in our house, plain was not acceptable. We had to beautify or add on the things to make it more interactable. Moving on, even when my children, I'm sure your children are playing also with AR and VR. My children used to play with Sony VR, and I used to be intrigued at the same time how our government of UAE from 2014 is talking about AI and integrating these models into your disciplines. This is how I started playing with my children. This is how I understood the concept of the virtual reality glasses. This is how I met very energetic people who knew who were also playing using the AR HoloLens glasses. So I started, when I'm playing at home, I'm trying to imagine how to build this, put this into my practice. And this is how in 2016, I brought in the AR and VR in reproductive medicine in Tawam Fertility Center. I gave it as a tool to the patient to see how the embryo is created and the details of my treatment, how a woman can get pregnant. Reproductive health and reproductive medicine is something which is inherent to all of us. I want you all today to understand that reproductive health is an ongoing thing. We need our reproductive hormones for our well-being at every stage of our life. So at the time of puberty and adolescence, it takes care of our secondary sexual characteristics. Then when we are adults, it takes care of our bones. It takes care of our bones, our hair, for the women, for the men, their general energy, vitality. And as we grow older, we have these same hormones taking care of us gracefully until we grow or we gray. In that, we have multidisciplinaries that are coming up with different names. Regenerative medicine, we have stem cells, we have immunology, we have all these genomics, genetics, and for me, not to be intimidated by these names, I go into each and every discipline of these and try to integrate it to what I'm doing for the best patient's care that I'm giving. So this is a special initiative by United Arab Emirates government, the Genomic Project. It is the first and the biggest project of its kind in the world, and we are prepared and trained to take on and integrate this genetic testings or the genomics into our practice. And what I'd like to say is that, as speaker before me mentioned, that AI is reality today. The AI is happening in your brains long time, even before the things are happening. Whatever AI is doing, it's something at one point of time. You have thought of it, you've spoken about it, and you've done it also. So keep your imaginations big, open, and just be in United Arab Emirates that showcases you 360 degree of knowledge and information. Last thing I would like to add is the first verse that was brought by an angel to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق. Read in the name of your Creator, the one who created human being from a clinging substance. And that clinging substance is scientifically proven today that it is the embryos that has all the factors for implantation. So this is where we are. We all want to talk about the longevity of our reproductive health. Reproductive health is not only about children, it's about the general well-being. And thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kazim.
Thank you, Dr. Kazim.